All right, let's go back over here to Oliver Sloup at Blue Line Futures and get into these cattle futures here first. Then we'll transition to the hogs. First of all, Oliver, those weekly export sales numbers we had this morning for both beef and for pork, especially for pork, very impressive. So let's back up here and start with the beef. 22,900 ton. Pork, 60,700 metric ton. And then when you take that, you take into consideration that we've got bids at 107 for cash cattle and 168 and 169. Then we've got askings at 110, 173 to 175. And you compare that to the October live cattle contract where it's trading at today. Well, if we trade it 109, which is kind of in between there, that's right in line with this October.
It absolutely is. So it kind of makes you, or leaves you wondering how much more upward mobility is there in this market. And we've kind of been in the camp that maybe we're able to squeeze out a little bit more to the upside. We're looking at the December futures. There's a little bit more volume in that market, and we're looking for potential retest of those August 19th highs, which come in about 114. But getting out above that level without any new fundamental catalysts, I think it's going to be really tough. We expect cash to maybe continue to firm up here in the very near term, but I don't think it's going to be running away from us anytime soon. One of the things that has raised a caution flag here over the last 24, 48 hours is some rumors that there could be potentially some plant disruptions with COVID cases coming in. That hasn't been a huge issue or confirmed here recently, but we are starting to hear that, and that could certainly halt the market and lead to some long liquidation from the fund, who've established a pretty decent-sized net long position here over the last several months.
That's a little bit surprising because earlier in the week here on the Market Day Report, we were talking about one major packer who was saying that they don't believe that we'll go back to closing any of these plants or reducing some of the slaughter rates because they were doing a better job of, making sure that everybody was safe and making sure that the proper protocols were in place. I want to go over here to the live cattle and the feeder cattle and then move on to hogs. That October live cattle contract down 47, 109.70. December down 40. Over in the feeder cattle market, November down 127. January down $1.35. So weakness starting to develop even further over here, at least $1 weaker. But Oliver, this hog market, that hog index brought that October all the way up to 77.30. It's up 50 cents right now, but December trying to catch up now at 66.95, 237 higher. Is this the beginning of something bigger?
Well, I think this is a continuation of what we saw really take place through August and September, where we got that big move higher. We've been consolidating after that move, essentially in a range between 62 and 65. We've got that fundamental catalyst today with good exports to break us out above that range and take us to those old highs from September 15th. So I do think that the lean hogs still got some upward mobility to them. We could see a 70 handle on these hogs